Hey everyone, I'm Bill. I'm with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a very special day. I'm bringing along with you guys my trip down to, well, San Diego, and we're picking up a new motorcycle today. So let's get out. I got to get some coffee this morning. We're heading out to the airport. We're actually flying down to San Diego, take a look at this ultra rare motorcycle, hopefully purchase it, and then we're going to be flying home. So let's get to the airport and I'll explain everything. All right, guys, so we're all checked in and heading down to San Diego. So here's the situation. The bike that we're going to look at today has been a bike that I've wanted for some years now. And I've really wanted to kind of get the channel a little bit into kind of older exotic bikes. I'm a real big fan of the older bikes like the Biamotas and stuff like that, you know, back in the day when they were new, like this bike was like $30,000 or something like that, brand new. The Biamoto is $50,000, but now they're somewhat affordable. And I think I want to start bringing some to the channel. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys are interested in something like that. But this bike will be, it's as my understanding, it's an ultra rare. So apparently in 2010 they produced 400 of these bikes, and apparently I've seen two numbers. I've seen that only 62 made it to the States, and then I saw a number that said actually in 2010 only 10 made it into the States. So I basically, you know, came across this, and Gary down at San Diego BMW actually has it, and I called him the other day and said, hey, I got a bike that I'm interested in, and he said it, and I was like, of course he knew. So me and Gary go back a little bit. Gary was with me during the motorcycle.com R9T Racer Boxer Cup video that we did at Buttonwillow last year, and so he's a big R9T guy and a Boxer motor guy, and so this bike is coming in to replace a bike. And some of you guys, someone commented the other day and said, are you getting rid of the R9T? And I was like, what made you get that idea? The R9T is leaving, and we're replacing it with another Boxer. But I hope the Boxer guys, I hope the R9T guys, you guys stick around, because I don't know that there's going to be much that I'm going to be able to do with this bike as far as modification wise, but I'm going to ride this bike, and that's the whole point of me buying this thing. It's not going to just sit in the garage like most people have. This thing's got, in 10 years, like 5,000 miles on it. So I am going to be riding this bike, but let's get down to, let's get on the flight, get down to San Diego, and meet up with Gary and give you guys a first look at this beautiful bike. right, guys. Well, unfortunately, with the times changed, I have to have broken down and I've got to wear my mask. So, but we're here. We arrived finally to BMW San Diego. And what an absolutely gorgeous dealership this guy's got. So Gary Orr, I've worked with him on the R9T Racer stuff. So he's got some stuff, but look at this place. Woo! Brand new 2020 S1000RR. You know, this is a spec I hadn't seen. This is the new Sport F900R. I really like the color, and it's got the rear cowl on it. But just gorgeous, and a ton of different bikes. A couple new S1000Rs, XRs. They have new F900 over here. But today we're here for one reason and one reason only. Without further ado, we are finally taking delivery of the 2010 BMW HP2 Sport. So like I said, you know, I really wanted to bring you guys some kind of older exotics, but definitely something that we're going to be riding. So this is definitely a bike that isn't going to be sitting in the garage. So let's get on this thing. Now 2010, I mean, me and Gary were talking about it. Look at that dash. I mean, it was just so advanced. Complete carbon fiber body. Everything is all carbon fiber. There's actually no subframe. The frame stops right here, so it's pretty wild that there's no frame under here, and the whole front cage is all carbon fiber front. Olean suspension. I mean, this guy's just redid the suspension. I mean, it's been taken care of, just absolutely immaculate. So what do you guys say we get geared up and let's take this for a test ride? It's already mine, so it's not really a test ride, first ride. But we're gonna be back here in a couple weeks to pick this up. I actually flew down today, purchased it. He's gonna hang on to it for me for a couple weeks, and then we'll be back down here. But let's get geared up and outside and on the road. All right, guys, well, there she is, the beautiful 2010 BMW HP2. You know, me and Gary were talking about the bike, and you know, it's got full monoblock Brembos, which is the full monoblocks. If you guys don't know, that's a full solid caliper. That's not the two separated ones. You know, this thing came with just all of the bits already on it. Olean suspension, which has just been recently resprung. It's just been serviced. The valves have just been checked. I mean, it was a very, very hard bike to pass up on. And like I said, I've always really loved this bike. So it was definitely something that I wanted. So let's get this thing, let's see, in the middle, fired up. Yeah, so you know, we got a lot of learning to do on this thing together, you guys, because I know bits about it. But I hope you guys will educate me a little bit more. But we've got, you know, we've got our low beams, our high beams, and our flashers, our menus, so we can menu through our different modes, and we can set our different modes. So we've got road mode and race mode. So we'll just be obviously in road mode. ABS, which is standard, or it's an option on this bike. So, but a little funny enough, it's got heated hand grips on it. So a little bit funny that this had it back in those days. So, so let's get out and so let's see. We are normal shift. So let's see, once we get running, if those lights go down. I think that's a temperature gauge, kind of like how they do them still now, where the temperature, as the temperature rises and gets up to proper temperature, the RPM, you see the RPM thing down at the bottom. So probably get a little bit more heat in this thing. Let's go ahead and head out. for our first ride. Wait, is it have a quick shifter? I just like totally just didn't instinctively just pulled up on the shifter and it just shifted. So the guy that owned it, I did a little back history on this guy. He's owned it for about 2 years, I think. Not many miles on it, but he's always been meticulous and taking care of his bike. So that was a little bit of the backstory of this thing, and the reason why I was like really comfortable with getting this bike, because there was some backstory to it. Yeah, so you can see the that's your temperature warm-up gauge. It crackles and pops on the stock exhaust. I'm loving it, you guys. I'm loving it. So let's get out here. So we're in sunny San Diego. We finally got some sun. It was foggy, as you guys saw when we were landing. So we're going to be heading downtown and just do a little loop. I actually have to fly back home today. The bike is actually staying down here until a couple of weeks. I'm going to be heading back down here. Me and Bogner are going to come down. I'm going to come work a little bit and pick this up. And we are going to be doing a ride. So if you guys are interested and you guys are in the San Diego and LA area, the feel of the Boxer, I love it, and it vibrates like crazy. It's such a different vibration than like a Ducati vibration. I love it. Oh my god, it's so kind of raw, you know. It's such a different, I don't know how to explain it, you know. It's a race bike from 2010 that was produced, you know. So instrument cluster, very cool. And gear indicator, 6 gears, so nice and cruising along. Oh, I love it, you guys. I love it. So like I said in the video, you know, there's always times that like I go through and I'll go through these phases where I'm like, that's a bike I always wanted. And sometimes it's a crapshoot. I've always wanted twins, and because I love the way they sound. So I've always wanted like RC51s and RC8, which I've owned both of them, and I pretty much sold almost immediately both of them. So so I go through these times and I'm just like, I see something and I'm like, God, I always love that thing. And if I can find it, I think I would love to be able to bring some of these older kind of rare exotics to you guys. So backstory on why I started looking for this. As you guys know, I have the R9T Racer, which I do have to say, this unfortunately is replacing the R9T Racer. And this will be the new Boxer in the garage. But I have the new Boss exhaust on there, and Boss, they had posted up on Instagram the other day a picture of one of these, and I was like, oh, you guys are bad. You guys are bad influencers. So I immediately just went up and looked it up, and I was like, you know, how much do these things go for? And then I found the one down here in San Diego, and they just dropped the price on it to what I felt was a relatively good price for what the bike is. And, you know, some people would think, you know, paying $16,000 for a motorcycle that's 10 years old is a bit crazy. I know you guys will comment down below and tell me that, but on the flip side, it's an HV2 Sport. I mean, Jesus, this thing is, you know, almost a $30,000 motorcycle brand new. So, and being the history of these and the Boxers and the, you know, this motor is basically, you know, the highest output horsepower Boxer motor ever created, ever made, to the point where Gary actually has a HP2 Boxer motor in his R9T Racer. He actually bought a crate motor and put it in there. So I think I wanted to go west. Oh no, downtown. I saw beaches and panicked. So yeah, so you know, this bike is, yeah, it's got some, you know, I mean, it's not like, you know, we're not Street Fighter V4S in it, right? You know, this is definitely definitely not V4S territory or S1000 territory, but the bike as it is, I mean, it's just this, I don't know, I'm babbling because I just can't believe that I just bought the HP2 Sport. I've always wanted one, and here we are. So now I've got to wait. I actually contemplated riding it home today, but the ride home is 600 and something miles, and I was like, you know what? I'll bite the bullet. I'll bite the tongue. I'll leave it here, and we'll come back down and ride with some of you guys. So hopefully you guys comment down below and make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow us down below, because we are going to be putting some stuff out. I want to get together with some people and do some riding down here. I'm not sure if it's going to be 4th of July weekend. I believe it's going to be the weekend after the 4th of July. So what's that going to be, the 10th of July? So if you guys are down in the San Diego or LA area, let me know, because me and Bogner will be back down here, and we'd love to meet up with you guys and get a little ride. So comment down below. Hitting up under the Zoo Bridge. So this is the San Diego Zoo Bridge. I don't know if that's the technical name for it, but I thought we'd go downtown and get a final view on this thing. But so far the ride it's definitely a different feel. It feels very much so. Some of you guys know, and I meant to tell you guys this earlier in the story, in my Facebook feed this morning. 8 years ago today, I purchased my brand new 2012 K1300S HP edition, and of course you guys that know me know that that was nicknamed Christine because it was a lemon law buyback after 6 months. So we won't get into that story. This thing's got some verbals already on it. Ooh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh my God. God, I don't even know what to say, you guys. I'm so ecstatic right now. I'm so happy. And I'm kind of bummed about the R9T, but you know, why do I need two boxers? And this is quite a bit more comfortable than the R9T Racer. But I was talking to Gary, and Gary was saying that the Healy bar risers, he's like, you should really put that on before you sell that thing. It'll make it a lot more comfortable. So I don't know. Maybe I won't sell the R9. I don't know. I know you guys R9T guys are going to be like, don't sell it. But I just first, I don't ride it that much anyways. Second, if I've got this thing, I'm not going to be riding that thing. So I'm a big firm believer of if it's something that I'm not gonna ride, we don't keep them around. So yeah, so I feel like that lady was on the wrong side of the road. Oh, it's a one-way street. I love it. It's just so rad. Just so rad. Heated hand grips. I don't even know. I think I'm gonna turn race mode on the way home. Yeah, it's actually pretty smooth here in the city. Like you think, yeah, it's really smooth actually. So the guy has just resprung this thing. So of course Dave Moss will be putting his hand on this bike soon. We'll get these Olene's suspension all dialed up and get this thing just absolutely perfect and beautiful. But let's get downtown and take a final look at this thing. Oh, that's funny. So I just noticed I actually threw it in race mode, and that's where the lights on the tachometer light up. So that's pretty cool. So I think this is Petco Field over here. Yep, Petco Park. So let's take a right here, head over up. The blinkers on this is a little wacky because it's got it's got a right and left blinker, and then in the middle you click it to turn it off. It's a little wacky. It's a little whack. I'm enjoying it. I definitely happy with the purchase, with the decision. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. Hope you guys will enjoy the content. I love the verbs on it already. I was talking to Gary, so they make an Aquapovic system for this thing, and he said if you can find them, it's like $2,000 for the system. So he's like, but that's if you can find them. Let's head down this way. Oh, like everything's closed still. Still just pretty wild being down through here. So I know where we are now. It's like the little main drag. I think I've stayed in the hotel down there. So I used to travel down to San Diego quite a bit when I worked for I don't even know why I said work for, because screw those people. Yeah, so anyways, you guys, listen, let's stop right here. Let's take a final look at this thing and let you guys get back to your day, and I'm gonna get back to riding this beautiful bike, but let's take one final look at this thing. And geez, single-sided swing arm. Let's change up the LEDs maybe in the front, but look at this thing. I love it. Absolutely love it. I can't believe it. There you guys go. 2010 BMW HP2 Sport. And we'll have this back with us in just a few weeks. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, leave me a comment down below. What questions do you have? What answers do you have for me? Knowledge me, school me on this thing. Tell me what you guys know about the HP2 Sport. I know word is that there's supposedly either 10 or 62 of these in the United States. I know I talked to Gary. Gary can account for 2 being totaled, so I know that there's now only 60. But let me know what you guys know about this thing. But comment, subscribe, like, watch all the videos. Street Fighter video, by the way, is going to be out with the unveil of the new paint job. It is in for paint yesterday, so I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are as excited as me. But thank you guys for sticking around, and we'll see you next video. Bye, guys.